created some content, but I wanted to create a quick video explaining the new entry signal service that I have started on Discord. So over the weekend, for those of you that have been following how I trade my levels on the ES, the NQ, and in gold each morning and throughout the trading day, I know a lot of you have been following that and look at my levels each morning, which I post typically around 7:30 a.m. Central Time, which is about an hour before the market opens. Nothing has really changed in Discord. The levels are still posted each morning. Let me just let's bring up the Discord here. And if we go into my levels, you'll see here that my levels are posted each and every morning. And I know that it's been a big benefit to a lot of people. A lot of the setups that, I'm kind of eyeing out for the days, I post in there, and some key levels, not necessarily always where you're going to see a complete reversal of the market, but definitely areas in the market that for one reason or the other have a very strong reaction to these levels. And then I created a secondary video, which is tagged in the video and then it's tagged in the description below, where I added an extra layer of confluence on my trades, which is the volume profile. And that took my trading to another level. The quality of the trades, my hit rate has just honestly gone through the roof. And the volume profile has been a huge help. There's been some small tweaks that I've made to my levels that have really started to make them super high quality for myself. If I'm in front of the charts, obviously you guys know that I have a full-time job. So it's difficult for me to be in front of the charts all day, but for the first 2 or 3 hours, I am on the charts, and the levels just make it that much easier for me to trade. So kind of getting to the why I created the new entry signal service on Discord. And it is a paid channel. I kind of gave people a preview of what to kind of expect over the last 2 weeks. As you guys have seen, the entry signals that I have provided you over that time have been really good. They have had a very strong hit rate. There's some levels there's some entries that haven't even been tapped into yet. And that is one of the main benefits, I believe, of this signal service is that, and I'm going to put this out there, I've never joined a signal service from anyone else or anyone other, so I don't have much experience in what other people are doing. But one thing that I have seen through YouTube videos and just doing some research is that one of the biggest complaints that people have when they subscribe to a service like this is that the entry signals are given once the trader that's finding these signals has already gotten into the trade, or right like last second. So one, you have to be glued to the signal service. Two, you got to be glued to the chart. You got to try to get filled in at the exact amount, entry point that the trader's trying to get into. And it's frustrating. It's difficult. And the one difference that I definitely see with what I am trying to create here is giving you guys time to plan your trades. So a lot of these signals, sometimes they come 5-10 minutes before the trade actually happens. Obviously, we know how quickly the NQ, gold move every single day. So sometimes you do only get a small window of 10-15 minutes before the trade materializes. But I would say, on average, you're getting between a 4 to 24 hour window to plan out your trade before that setup even appears, or before that trade would actually be filled. So that's, I think, a huge benefit. There's a benefit there of not only one, are these high quality setups that have a clear entry price, have a clear stop loss, have a clear in most cases, a take profit level 1 and 2. Some trades that if I can't see a clear take profit 2, it'll be just one take profit, but you'll see for the most of you that have been going through the signals, you guys have seen that majority of them have 2 take profits on there. And that's nice. So, a part of the service is these alerts are actually given to the subscribers of that channel. The alerts are given once the alert gets into Discord. You are then alerted that the signal is active, which would prompt you obviously to go in, see where the level's at, and then you can mark it up on your charts. You can set the entry on your charts. You could do it many different ways. And the next evolution of the signals is going to be a secondary chat that will be just for the entry signals, where we can kind of communicate as to, hey, this was my thought process here. This is where I'm looking at. This is why I like to take profit 1 and 2. When traders have questions, that would be a great place then to put them in. As of right now, I'm the only one that can post in this channel just to keep it clean. I want just to be entry signals. And then sometimes I will obviously post some of my reasoning why I invalidate. So sometimes I'll invalidate a trade before the trade gets filled, and I'll give my reasons for it. There was actually a perfect example of that here this morning that I can actually jump into right here. I gave a trade signal today at 10:05 a.m. Central Time. It was a short on the NASDAQ at 29.2950. I had my take profit 1. This one I believe, only had 1 take profit. I had my stop loss put out, and I then invalidated the setup as the take profit was swept. And I even gave people an understanding of why I took that trade off. And the trade would have hit perfectly take profit. I mean, you can see the entry line is right here on yellow, bounces right back and gets into my take profit. I just had 3 touches of this take profit prior to this trade here, and I didn't feel like the setup was as high quality as I wanted. Obviously, it worked out. For those that took the trade, that's great. But, it was not the most high quality. I'm looking for A+++ setups. That's why there's not 4 or 5 signals every single day. And the one thing I want everyone to understand is that, yes, my goal is to to put out 1 or 2 signals each and every trading day, but that's going to be dependent on the market, on how I see the market. If I don't see the market giving us any high quality setups, there might be a day where there isn't a signal put up. There's a time where if I jump up to here, there is some gold setups that still haven't even hit. From 215, from 220 that have not hit yet. So these are still open signals that I still have that I really, really like, and I'm still waiting for them. They're marked up on my charts, and I'm waiting for them. Sometimes I get a situation like this where, this was my clear entry, posted this in the signal service, take profit 1, take profit 2, and it missed my trade here in gold by a few ticks. So that happens. But the beauty of it is you get trades that like this. This just happened, I believe, on Friday, where this was on the NQ, clear entry, clear stop loss, clear take profit 1, clear take profit 2, blasted through both take profits with absolutely no problem. So now that I've kind of described to you the why, the reason why, and there's nothing on here, there's nothing that I'm doing here that you can't do on your own. I want to stress that, because since I started Discord, since I started my YouTube channel, I haven't asked for a penny from anyone. None of my strategies, everything has been handed out for free. I have done hundreds of videos on exactly what I'm looking at in strategies, and I've even allowed my my members to go in and download the strategies for free that people in Discord have created for us. And I've always wanted to give back to the trading community. So now that I know that there's a paid section to this channel, I want to explain the reason why. and it's pretty simple. All of these take profits here, these entries, and the stop loss that I just showed you here on the NASDAQ, which I believe was on Friday. They all could be figured out very easily with the videos that I've put out on my levels, on how I incorporate volume profile into my levels. Yes, there is some tweaks to my levels that I've really dived into just to get, again, I'm looking for super, super high quality setups. And for those that maybe want some extra confirmation or to see the exact entries that I am looking at taking with clear stop loss, clear take profits, maybe that helps them validate what they're also seeing on their chart. Or maybe they can, afterwards study the chart and study the entries and kind of see, okay, kind of see here what Robert was thinking. Or there could be just some people that this just makes it much easier for them to trade, and that's perfectly fine as well. I did not start this channel or this Discord to generate revenue. I do have a full-time job. Most people here are very aware. I own a real estate office in Chicago. Pretty damn successful at it, knock on wood. And this has always been something for me to kind of help the trading community. But to be honest with you, the biggest part of my morning that takes up the most time are these levels. All my other strategies are automated. They are non-discretionary. There's very clear rules, very clear conditions to get into trades. I've beaten that drum to as hard as I can. So I think a lot of you know exactly what to look for in those trades. But the levels trades is what takes up most of my morning. And I do spend a lot of time into that. And, eventually there's a value to that. And that's why I created this. So it's not something that you have to do, that you have to subscribe to. You can obviously look at my levels. I still post my levels each morning. You still will see what levels I'm looking at. It's just my high quality setups that I'm actually giving entries, stop loss, take profit levels. That is going to be in this trade signals service that I have created. I know some of you are going to ask, what's the cost? I set the cost on Discord at $39.99 a month. And you can obviously cancel if it's not something of value to you. But honestly, my goal would be on your first trade with 1 micro to be able to pay for that and then some. That's honestly what the thought process is in my head. And I believe that most people that join this signals, if they start taking some of these trades, they are going to see the value in them. So as always, I'm here to help. Hit me up on Discord, and hopefully I can answer any other questions that you have. Hoping to see several members join. And once I open up the secondary channel, which is going to be pretty much an area for us to communicate back and forth, and kind of maybe help you guys explain what I'm looking at, what my thought process is on some of these trades, that will also help you hopefully become a better trader. That's all I got. Happy trading, everyone.